Dear students, in the last video we discussed the first general elections. In this video, we will take another subtopic in 17th lesson, that is independent India. Subtopic is one party dominance. Look at that. When we are conducting elections, at that time only one party was able to contest and able to win the elections. So first general elections were held in 1952. During that period, and after that, what are the elections held in India, one party is able to get a complete majority. So this is generally termed as one party dominance. So once look at that, first three general elections were held in 1952, 57 and 62. So once look at that, 1952 elections were held. Out of 489 seats which are there in Lok Sabha, I think you know very well. Party which gets majority in the Lok Sabha can form the government. You know very well. India, at the state level, a party which is getting more number of seats in the legislative assembly can get the can form the government. Here at the center, a party which secures more number of seats in Lok Sabha can form the government. At that time in Lok Sabha, 489 seats are there. Out of 489, 364 seats won by Congress party in first general elections in 1952. Once other parties are smaller parties, there are parties got some seats like 38, 6, 7, 9. So you look at that, very smaller parties are there, and 12, 16, 37, like 52 elections, just only one side elections these are, and entire the Congress party was able to take complete seats. Indian National Congress Party, as it was a party known to all the people because it fought against Britishers and well known to people. That's why they were all the people were with the Congress Party. Indian National Congress Party won almost all the seats, all the areas, and Nehru became the Prime Minister of India because this party was able to do during something during independence. Even it was a party worked before independence, so that most of the people during 50s, 60s and 70s gave priority for only one party, that is Congress party. Out of total number of seats, 70% of the seats won by this party, and 45% of votes won by this party. When talking about parties, at present, with only 2% or 3% or below 10% difference, they are able to form the governments. But at that time, 45% of votes won by this Congress party, 70% of seats. Just look at that, 70% of seats won by this party. I think at the time there were parties, okay, but at the same time, these parties not famous. I think second important party is Congress party, but remaining parties are smaller parties. These parties not able to establish their what do you call this system in throughout India. They are limited to a particular regions, and at the same time talking about these parties not able to convey, not able to convince the people, and talking about Congress party, already well known, and as well as working on that particular area. Most of the leaders during that period were with the Congress party. No other party was able to get seats or come to near to Congress party. This point is to be taken very clearly, because sometimes they are asking question right about the one party dominance, and even sometimes they are giving this pie graph, pie charts, and asking explain these areas. So once you look at that, what is general election, how this party is coming out, and in which house the party should get majority, and how much majority that should be there to a party. These details, why how many seats that they won in 52 elections and 57 elections and 62 elections. What about other parties? Why they are not able to come to nearer to Congress party? Why they are not able to convince the people? This is the way we need to write answer. So once look at that, Congress party won around 70% of the seats and 45% of votes, and no party is able to get come nearer to Congress party. So because example you take individually, no party was able to get more than 11% of votes. Congress party got 45% of votes. Other parties less than 2%, 3%, 4%. Individually they got votes. So this is very very important. This point is to be taken. So at same time, talking about this INC, it is not only a party. It's not only the party form the government in the center at the central level. Even it was able to form the government in almost all the states. INC was able to form the government in almost all the states. Because at that time no party is able to form government in any state. 62, and after that, of course, slowly some of the states came under control of other parties, like you take Kerala, West Bengal, Tripura, talking about Punjab, and even there are parties slowly, regional parties and some other parties slowly they came out and they became strong, and they are now strong contenders. At the time, most of the intellectuals during 50s and 60s termed elections as a Congress system. See, what do you mean by Congress system here? Congress, it is elections will be held. In the elections, people will be with the Congress party. This is called Congress system. అంటే ఓట్లు వస్తే ప్రజలందరూ కాంగ్రెస్ పార్టీకి ఓటేస్తారు. ఇది ఒక ఎన్నికల వ్యవస్థ అనేది కాంగ్రెస్ వ్యవస్థగా మారిపోయింది. అంటే ఎన్నికలు వచ్చాయంటే కాంగ్రెస్కి ఓటేయాలి. అయితే కాంగ్రెసే డామినెన్స్, కాంగ్రెస్ ఓట్లే గెలుస్తారు, కాంగ్రెస్ వ్యవస్థే పార్టీ స్ట్రాంగ్గా ఉంటుంది. ఇదంతా కలిపి this was termed as Congress system by great intellectuals at that time. So there are, but Congress party, a party with different opinions, different aspects, with different there are leaders, famous leaders. Even Gandhiji was also with Congress party up to his death. It has its own glory and able to win the this support of the people. That's there with Congress party, because the party had its long historical background. During independence, it was able to do well, right? So that's why India, it was a country. It is a country where you can see the Congress party always in dominance during first, second, and third general elections. Around 30 years, 25 to 30 years, India was under control of Indian National Congress. That's why we can call it as Congress system. Of course, but Congress party had its own groups. Within that, there are groups, there are people, there are leaders with different political opinions. They differed on they got different opinion on some political issues. They used to, even within the Congress party, there are leaders used to criticize the Nehru, used to criticize the government. There are on many political issues they were differed, because leaders differed on some political issues. Because ఏదైనా ఒక గవర్నమెంట్ ఏదైనా కార్యక్రమం చేస్తున్నప్పుడు ఆ పార్టీలోనే చాలామంది ఇలా చేయకూడదు అలా చేయకూడదు అని విమర్శించేవాళ్ళు అనమాట. ఇది ఏమైందంటే, వెన్ అపోజిషన్ నాట్ స్ట్రాంగ్, and within the groups in the Congress party worked as a strong opponent group, right? అంటే అపోజిషన్ పార్టీ లేనప్పుడు కాంగ్రెస్లో ఉన్నటువంటి చిన్న చిన్న గ్రూపులు, ఆ గ్రూపులే అపోజిషన్ పార్టీగా ఉన్నాయన్నమాట. Within the Congress party there were smaller groups. There are groups, these groups always checking the government, criticizing the government. But they are within the party, they are within the Congress party, they are criticizing, giving suggestions and advice, even always differ from the opinion of the Congress party or the government. And they had their own opinions, and they used to criticize, and even sometimes they took these smaller groups took the help of smaller parties, and that they attacked the government. That's the way how అంటే వాళ్ళ పార్టీలోనే ఉండి ఈ పలానా విషయంలో ఇలా ఉండొద్దు, ఇలా చేయొద్దు అంటూ ఇన్బిల్ట్ కరెక్టివ్ మెకానిజం. ఈ పాయింట్ మనం చాలా జాగ్రత్తగా తీసుకోవాలి. దీస్ లీడర్స్ యాక్ట్ యాజ్ ఇన్బిల్ట్ మెకానిజం విత్ ఇన్ ద పార్టీలో ఏవైనా ఎక్కడైనా డ్యామేజ్ జరుగుతుందో వాళ్ళే హెచ్చరించేసేవాడు. ఇలా చేస్తున్నారేంటి, అలా చేస్తున్నారేంటి. There are leaders who differed on political issues. They used to come out with a strong voice, and they tried to correct these are all faults that are being done by the government. So that's the way how the Congress party and the leaders within that party checked the government and its activities, or its faulty governmental activities. That's important. That. But even at present also Congress, within that Congress, there are smaller groups, there are different leaders. They used to criticize each other. That is there. That's we call a kind of freedom, right? Democratic freedom that is there in Congress party. That's why like this. They were able to form the government, they were able to rule, they were able to secure more number of seats and votes, and they were able to get the confidence of the people or support of the people. They ruled India, and as well as they ruled almost all the states, and they got their own strength and opinion and status in the country. Around 20-25 years, only one party was continued. But you cannot say that they rule undemocratically. No, that's not there. They rule democratically. They allowed smaller parties to contest, and smaller parties slowly they became strong contenders. And most of the regions in India, there are parties, new parties emerged, and they became strong, and they gave strong competition to Congress party also. Right, but at present you can see that there are parties in every area. Regional parties are national party. Other national parties are regional parties. Example, take TRS is strong contender. Congress was not able to do at present, right? In Andhra Pradesh, SRCP is strong contender, and even TDP is also strong. In Tamil Nadu, DMK and Anna DMK, and Assam Ganapathy is there. Like you take just what I said, you take Odisha, Biju Janata Dal is there. Biju Patnaik and at present Naveen Patnaik are strong contenders and leaders. And Congress party disappeared in many states, most of the states. At present, BJP a strong party and ruling party, and so many more than 20 states are under control of the BJP. You cannot say that the party Congress party continued forever. There are problems. There are certain issues or problems of or faulty activities or faulty strategies followed by Congress party, and they are not able to check the regional parties because they allowed them to grow. They grew well, and now they became strong in various regions. And see, this point is to be taken. So undemocratically they did not go. They allowed other parties to build, to develop. Gradually they developed. So many parties are developed. So many parties are became strong and became strong contenders. Even many parties, smaller parties, got majority in many states. They ruled the states, and the slowly India is emerged as multi-party system, because here free and fair elections are there, competition is there. It was the strength of the constitutional framework, democratical and fundamental freedom that is there for the parties, and they came out, and they emerged in political system. And then we are able to check the what you call this we are able to check the single party dominance. Of course, single party, it's not nice for the democracy. Multi-party system is nice for democracy. If there is single party, they can do according to their interest, they can go according to their ideas, and they cannot understand the public and their interest. If there are parties, multi-parties or many parties, and they definitely democracy can be succeeded. Multi-party system can make the democracy strong, right? Strength of the democracy depending upon multi-party system. So opposition parties should be there always. India experiencing multi-party system. Many parties are growing, and of course there are parties and became strong and rule the states, and even they are ruling country also. But anyhow, whether it is single party in the initial period or multi-party later, India is a country with democracy and sticking on to the democracy, working on democracy, and even there are countries which got freedom along with India, failed in establishing democracy, like Pakistan, Indonesia, China, and Nigeria. So My point is here, we just slowly we emerged as democratic country, and we are able to establish strong democracy. Our strength, our opinion, our system. We proved that we are democratic. We are following democracy. Became strong democratic country in the world, very largest democratic country in the world. Congress, we cannot criticize Congress party. The party worked for democracy, not worked for winning the seats or ruling. That's second. That may be rare. That is second. Democratic network at setup is not foiled by, not disturbed by, was not disturbed by Congress party. So that kind of freedom that's given to the smaller parties, and definitely they're able to laid foundation for strong democratic system during the initial period of independence. Thank you. Tomorrow we'll meet with another subtopic.